How hard can it really be to make a Dark Souls game? I feel like no other game series manages to toe the line between video game excellence and the most B-horror movie trash you've ever seen, all while making millions of people dedicate their lives to throwing tantrums as they become complete masochists, all in the name of getting good. And I want to know if it's possible for a completely unskilled derp like myself to make my own Dark Souls game. Well, let's open up Game Builder Garage and find out. The first thing I wanted to make for my game was something that I believe is integral to the Dark Souls DNA. Ragdoll Physics. There's honestly nothing more satisfying than running around with a jiggly corpse stuck under your feet like a piece of gum. So I got to work building a ragdoll character model for the game. I managed to create the ragdoll fairly easily, but unfortunately it was too heavy to really push around, so I tried adding some floaty physics to it. And then it flew away. Yep, I really should have seen that one coming. I'll miss you, tiny ragdoll! Despite my ragdoll floating away to orbit Jupiter, I didn't want to completely give up on the floaty physics just yet, so after anchoring the model to the ground, I gave it another go. But this resulted in a nightmarish semi-animated corpse effect, and I knew I had to try something different when my ragdoll started striking sexy side lean poses. What are you doing? Despite all the setbacks, I eventually managed to get the ragdoll feeling right, and then I gave it a smiley face because even floppy dead corpses deserve to be happy. Alrighty, ragdoll physics done, now it's time to make an enemy. Now Dark Souls is full of iconic enemies, but I feel like for me, nothing is more iconic than mimics. I grabbed a person model, put a chest on its head, and once I managed to rotate the chest the right way, it was complete. I figured I could just program the mimic to follow the player and do damage on collision, which sent me spiraling into a world of confused pain as my mimic ran around like a headless chook, doing everything other than what I wanted it to. Come back! I'll be waiting for you. Through blind luck and YouTube tutorials, I got the mimic to chase the player, and then I gave it some barrels to smash through to emulate the jump scare quality of mimics in the actual Dark Souls game. I really like this effect, and I'm honestly pretty proud of myself for pulling it off. I didn't want to leave the player defenseless, so I gave them a dodgy sword to swing around and added some basic health and combat hitbox mechanics, floppy ragdolls, mimics, and janky combat. Would you look at that? It's kind of starting to feel like a Dark Souls game. There was something that was bothering me though. I wanted the player character to look more like a Dark Souls character, but I didn't think I could pull it off by building my own character model. Gosh, if only there was something in Game Builder Garage that could match the thick, beautiful booty of the deprived. Oh wait, there totally is. It turns out there's a sumo model in the game that is chef's kiss, basically a custom character I would make in Dark Souls. Look at the resemblance. It's uncanny. They're like butt twins. I'd made pretty good progress by this point, but unfortunately this is when all of my momentum came to a grinding stop. One of my favorite things to do in Dark Souls is roll into random objects, smashing them into 1,000 pieces. So I set out to create a rolling animation, which proved to be one of the hardest things I've ever done. At best, I could get the character to lean slightly backward or just plank in midair. But after even more hours of fiddling with code and overcooking it so much that the character spun faster than the speed of sound, I eventually had a serviceable roll dodge and I could smash through all the barrels I wanted to. But you can't just have barrels in purgatory, which meant the time had come to create an environment for the barrels to live in. I tried to improvise making castle wall textures, but it just ended up looking like gross camouflage patterns. In my defense, trying to draw in Game Builder Garage's sprite editor is truly terrible. But if Ringo Starr of the Beatles can sell this painting that he did in Microsoft Paint, then truly anything is possible. So I persevered and ended up with something that looked kind of like a dodgy Minecraft castle. With the environment in place, one of the final things I had left to do was to make a giant, overwhelming boss. And I wanted to go all out and make a dragon. I had such grand plans as I started building a model for the dragon. It was going to be scary and powerful and demonic, and the more I tried to make a dragon, the more it just looked like a big duck. It just kept looking like a duck, so I kind of just leaned into it. I mean, if life gives you a demon duck with a dragon tail, you don't say no to the demon duck. And because Dark Souls bosses all have intense names, everyone meet Bill, the vile duck witch demon pyromancer. Well, that's it. We're basically done. However, you can't have a Dark Souls game without some intense orchestral choir music, so I locked myself away in a dark room, opened up GarageBand, and with no prior orchestral experience, tried to write a Dark Souls song. Days later, I emerged, tarnished and lacking all humanity. So everyone, this is my Dark Souls game. I guess the question is, now that I've made a Dark Souls game, is it really that hard to do? Yes. It's fucking impossible. If you enjoyed this video, then why not like, subscribe, and check out my other video where I tried to make a Sonic game. Yeah, that's all I got to say. Bye!